As we get started here, we have got Team Dynamic as the red team, and we have got Fnatic as the blue team. Right now, following Fleischer, and he is probably going to be playing, and I'll be completely honest with you, it's going to take me a couple seconds to find out who exactly is on D, who's playing mid, who's on offensive. I won't lie, I like to play some pickup CTF, but you know, we don't have like an abundance of CTF tournaments, so sometimes you learn about these teams as you go along. Fleischer definitely playing middle right here as you know, he sits there with the rail. Now, one other thing that's cool about this is that you don't do damage to your teammates, and there was actually one instance right there where Fleischer actually got a little bit of momentum boost there for one of his players railing him across the map. Right here, a lot of middle action going on. We haven't seen anyone make it into the base quite yet. Following Deuce right now, he's going to look down, he's going to jump across, and getting down in there may be pretty easy, but actually getting the flag and getting out, that's where it gets very, very tough. So a lot of rail action here on CTF2, as to be expected, and we will see some red armor into some backdooring here on CTF2.
It looks like Fleischer will be the main D for Dynamic, while
First flag grab.
Sparty will be the main D for Fnatic. Waz with the flag, trying to get out, and Lincoln also with the flag. RJN out to mid. So both FCs are in mid, trying to wait for each other, and then Lincoln gets taken down.
Yeah, almost at the exact same time, both flags found and taken down. Now, you saw there, you were like, why didn't he just run with the flag? He had it, go, go, go. But you've got to wait. You've got to have that support. You've got to have someone behind you, some help in getting out, and you've got to know what routes are safe to take. So all very important aspects when you're considering what you're going to do with that flag once you've actually got it. But what, about 2 minutes for that first flag grab, and both teams were able to get a piece of it. So I think that we're in for a matchup here.
Lincoln does have medkit into the enemy base right now. He will get taken down though. So that was a good opportunity for Lincoln to take that medkit through water, which we did talk about before, but he was not able to. Both teams just trying to gain control of mid right now. It looks like Fnatic does have a little more railers in mid. They did just pick up that RA. Lincoln does have 100-100. He is going to attack in the upper portion of the base. He is getting some spam rockets from above. They don't know where he is exactly. He will get shotgun from behind though. 2 main shotguns in the back, and all that armor was negated.
Some great railing here happening in the middle area. It's definitely one of the aspects of CTF2 that I enjoy. And you know, there's not much breathing room when it comes to CTF. You're just kind of like playing constantly and constantly being aggressive, being defensive here in a matchup like this, especially when you've got 2 fairly good teams, one from across the pond, the other one from right here in the US. And there's a lot more than a QuakeCon title on the line here, I think.
Yeah, there is much more. I mean, there is a lot. I feel there is a lot of country pride in these team tournaments. Maybe a little more so than 1v1, just because there's 4 players per team and not just 1 player per team. And it usually almost always is the Europeans versus the Americans, not a mix of both players on one time. Waz with the flag, getting through mid, does get rocketed down though by Sparty. So a nice attempt there. Lincoln now with the flag. RJ up to mid. He does have medkit. He is in middle now. He's going to wait. He's going to rocket jump and use the medkit at the same time. Going to get railed in mid.
I think they've got it. I think that's going to be a cap.
To go.
Oh wait, there's an enemy in the base now. He's going to have to be careful. He was taken out. First cap will go to Fnatic here on CTF2. Very, very safe. He did use that med kit, as we pointed out, Slasher. That rocket jump hurt him, but using that med kit put him back up. That allowed him to stay alive. And Team Dynamics got to be, you know, even though they've had more flag grabs, Fnatic so far has been able to get it out and got the job done.
And Lincoln has done a really nice job on offense so far. He's been controlling the mid, he's been timing RA, he's been grabbing both med kits, not only the enemy's med kit, but he's grabbing his own med kit, making sure that Dynamic has not got it. He even has medkit again now. He will be going through the back halls. Does he even get any damage done? He does run into Fleischer, but we will see if he will be able to mount any attack here. Maybe at least try to get a time of that enemy Mega, because you can time enemy Mega and then try to go through that water to pick up RA, medkit, and then be there for the fight at Mega. So there is going to be a fight. He does use that medkit, but he does get railed.
Very nice.
By Fleischer. So some nice D from Fleischer there.
It's some great D happening here as we now have gone through the first quarter of the match. It is 14:41 left on the clock. No item to use there. Thought he had a medkit. Not going to happen. We do have another flag grab by Lincoln once again. This time he's going to go up through the top right. Great rail. He's going to pick up that RL. And wow, he goes to the other side. I'm not sure if that's maybe to throw off their opponent, but he's going to grab the shard. And this will be a better route for him. He's going to make it out to the top. Great rocket jump once again. Easily slides into the base and almost with no effort at all. There it is. A rocket jump right to the flag stand to make it 2-0 here. And Fnatic definitely coming in and saying, yo, you know, you guys might be practicing a lot, good scrims, but hey, we've sort of been around for a long time and we know how to play this map. But the question will be is, maybe it's just this map. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, this is Fnatic's map choice. They should have a little leeway while doing it this far, but it is showing how much practice Lincoln has had on CTF thus far, you know, and how great his offense has been. He really has been controlling the middle power-ups, and he's gotten both flag caps. He has the flag again now. He does miss the rocket jump, kills Fleischer in the process. Deuce is able to pick up that flag, go through mid now, gonna have to stick around, do the mid. And he totally gets through too, and is able to rocket him through mid.
But the flag is still safe. It should be picked up right again, and it is picked up by Sturmy. He got it in the middle, nicely done, and he's going to get another flag cap to make that 3-0 after 7 minutes.
So Fnatic with already a commanding lead, only 7 minutes in, 3-0. I mean, there's still a lot of time left. I mean, only a few days ago we had EG and EMG playing against each other, and you know, EG had the lead 2-0, and then EMG was able to had 2 quick caps in a span of only 30 seconds. So it is very possible to get a lot of caps together in a string on CTF, especially on this map.
And we do have 7-5 now. Perfuse making his way through. He is inside the red base, the blue base, trying to make some sort of impact. Waz is going to grab that flag, and well, it got returned. I thought he was going to have that backup to get it done, as Perfuse is going to go into red team now in the base. 1 point of health for Spartle, and I think the red team is going to have a nice flag grab opportunity as All Mental goes for it. He's going to miss that jump, but he does manage to make it out at the same time. Lincoln's got the flag, so now we are split, not quite stalemate, but we do have flag grabs on both sides.
All Mental goes down. The flag is down.
We've still got Lincoln on the red side. He's going to kill one enemy and still make his way out. Blue flag returned. He's still got a med kit too. He's going to do, oh my God, he got railed for even more momentum. Use that med kit. It saved him, and boom, there it is. Number 4.
Lincoln is going to town. Maybe we will see that 8-0 win and see if the game stops soon. They already have 4 caps in under 10 minutes, so you know, it is very well possible. Lincoln showing his CTF prowess so far.
Let's talk a little bit about why you believe Fnatic has the upper hand right now. Is it the map selection? Is it their knowledge and just the sheer amount of play on this map? I mean, you can't deny that Team Dynamics certainly played this map a lot as well. But we're seeing some great play. You know, Sturmy's been doing some great railing in the middle. What are your thoughts, Slasher?
I mean, when you have someone like Sturmy sitting in mid with a rail, it's like, you know, you just die over and over and over and over again. I mean, Sturmy has 18 impressives so far. I'm sure we're only 10 minutes halfway in the game, so he could have like 40 impressives by the end of the game, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, I think the Euros do have an advantage on this map. I mean, I know Dynamic has been practicing it, but out of all the maps in the map pool, the Euros are most adapted to this map. So I have a feeling the next map, CTF 10, will be much closer than this.
It'll be interesting. Some quick grabs and then also some quick deaths on that one as we see Fleischer continue to run the D on the red base. Moving on over, Deuce working that middle and the defense. It is 4-0 in favor of Fnatic, and we have got 10 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. All Mental has the flag, but you can't really stay up there on that flag stand. You're just gonna get wrecked as he did right there. Blue flag return now, and Sturmy continuing to wreck here these red players with that railgun. And all rail all the time here on Sturmy's few. And let's move on over as Sparty still working the middle, Deuce working the middle, and then Lincoln has almost single-handedly just been an offensive beast, Slasher.
No, he really has. He's been totally dominating this game almost by himself now. He's taken down Fleischer. He's not even just taking the flag out. He's killing main D and then taking the flag out. So now Waz trying to go for that rocket jump. He can't get the rocket jump. So there's been a few times where Dynamic has had opportunities, but hasn't had the moves that Lincoln has had perfectly so far.
All right, so we're going to have another Lincoln backdoor attack right here. He just grabbed the red armor, is going to make his way through the sewers, pick up that med kit, and let's see if he can do any damage from the back. Now we're going to go ahead and keep our view locked on Lincoln. This is a good kind of like textbook schooling on how you get in from the back door. You'll see he's just going to go in, quick rocket jump up to the top. He knows he's got some support there. There's a Deuce also working it, and I think that Lincoln's going to be able to jump out and do some more damage right here. He's going to get a kill there on Perfuse. Fleischer's going to come out of D. Med kit is used. He's going to get that frag right there, but no, it is Perfuse who comes off of the spawn, and that's why you want to get out of stage one as quickly as possible. Even if you kill a guy, he's going to respawn very close to you, have that opportunity to get in there, stop you yet again. However, I don't think Fnatic's too worried that they've given up a flag grab or two because they're sitting pretty with 4-0. Having CTF experience, Slasher, coming back 4-0, especially on CTF2, not an easy task.
No, and if you look at the stats right now, Sparty has died a total of 1 time the entire match. So, I mean,
wow.
They have not really been able to get through Sparty's D. Sparty has some ridiculous aim. He has been playing CTF more, so he has gotten more accustomed to the teamwork side, along with his crazy aim, and that just makes them so deadly. I mean, Sturmy as well is not really a CTF player. When you put him on mid with a railgun, he doesn't really need to know that much CTF to be able to rail all day for 20 minutes.
Now we've got Waz making his way through in the back door. Sparty is right there waiting for him and takes him out with ease. And dying 1 time, you can see why. The guy's completely stacked, 185, 167. He's making sure that he's timing those power-ups within the base, and that's good for a couple reasons. A, you're a meat shield. You are totally a meat shield in your defensive base, but also you're denying any enemies from possibly coming in and grabbing that yourself. So defense is like just as important a role as the flag carrier are. Waz does have the flag right now, but sitting on that flag stand is not going to help you. Great jump over. He almost makes it, but gets railed midair as Sparty continues to dominate that blue-sided defense.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much that Dynamic can do right now to get through that D. There's no power-up on this map, so there's no quad or region that they can bring into the base and try to get down Sparty. I mean, and sooner rather than later, they're going to have to probably send 2 or 3 offense in. They're going to have to not play mid anymore. They're going to have to bring in Fleischer from main D to play mid. And then just send everyone offense. Because after another minute or so, they're not going to have any other chance to come back.
And we did see Waz waiting there for the Mega Help. Unfortunately, it was still 6 seconds away. Lincoln has it. Once again, he is going to get taken out. The red flag is returned. 6 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. And Fnatic, with every minute going by, is sealing the deal on this first map.
Yeah, there isn't much that Dynamic will be able to do. Fnatic still with that 4-0 lead. Looks like they're playing a little bit more defensive now because they know they have the lead. They don't really have to play too much offense. They're going to keep sending Lincoln on O and keep Deuce and Sturmy playing mid.
And we'll watch him here as he's going to, well, I don't know. I mean, Lincoln's he's back on D right now, and that's one of the things about getting the lead and capture the flag. is that you have that opportunity to just pull yourself back. You could essentially pull every single one of your members into a defensive position. You can't really do that from an offensive point of view because you leave your flag stand wide open. But as long as you prevent the flag from leaving your base, that's an okay thing to do. So that can be very frustrating. Of course, it doesn't mean an easy win by any means. We've seen it before where a team has gone all out defensive but still lost it.
Yeah, and now you finally see Dynamic going 3-0 right there. But Lincoln staying back D was able to keep that flag in the base. Lincoln still hitting ridiculous rails so far. I mean, see what Sturmy's railing is like.
Wes just got a flag grab down, only 11 points of health. He'll get taken out. However, Deuce has his first official flag grab here, aside from an assist, and he will easily make his way across. I only heard him get hit by a couple of machine gun bullets, and he will have no problem. Well, we might have one in there, but it won't matter. He's already on the jump pad, and there it is, 5-0 now with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left on the clock.
Yes, this match is definitely over. We will be seeing CTF 10 as the next match. Probably much more even. Dynamic probably getting a lot more play time and practice on CTF 10 than Fnatic, so we can see how Fnatic's teamwork will apply to a map they probably haven't gotten that much practice on.
Yeah, I mean, certainly they've played it, but the question is, you know, do they know all the shots? Do they know what they can make? Do they know the best routes, et cetera, et cetera? Lincoln's got the flag once again, but that is short-lived as he is taken out in a flurry of Gibbs. 3 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock. And here is Perfuse going to try to make his way over. And at this point, there's not much you can do. You know, they're still keeping on, but at the same time, this game is over. They know they've lost this game. And then ultimately they're going to have to start thinking about CTF 10.
And this is the only map of the 5-map pool without a power-up. So, I mean, I do want to see how each team...
Well, the red armor, I mean,
yeah,
medkit. It's sort of that combination is your power-up.
Yeah, you have red armor and medkit, but then on the other maps you have red armor, medkit, and then
quad
the regen
right.
and the quad. And I mean, you know, in CTF, one of those important things is keeping time and control of that one power-up that spawns every minute or so, because that is so important to get all the time that you have to get this power-up. So I would like to see how each team is going to adapt on getting that central power-up.
Do you think that coming from a team that has 4 duelers on it, they have an upper hand in timing items because it's something they're so used to and it's just an embedded part of their game? Or do you just think it doesn't matter, like each individual is gonna, you know, use that timing?
I mean, like personally, I started out as a CTF player, and I still consider myself a CTF player, and I started timing through CTF and not 1v1. So I don't think it matters so much, though. In 1v1, the importance of timing everything at one time is very important, while you don't really have to time the armors so much in CTF as much. That I do think it helps for 1v1, but I think, you know, after a while, both teams should be able to adapt pretty well.
A ton of rails coming out on both sides. We see even more as dominance in that middle area by both teams. Neither side was able to really make any sort of an impact. It looks like All Mental has the flag, but only briefly, as he is quickly taken down, and Sparty continues to dominate there. Any update on KDs and whatnot as far as who's been performing the best in what position?
Let's see. It seems like Sparty is
4 deaths.
Dominating main D so far. 4 deaths, barely any, you know, flag touches by Dynamic. Maybe 1 or 2 chances maximum that they've gotten so far. Lincoln, obviously MVP of the match.
For sure.
Yeah, thus far, getting like 5 of the 6 caps. Totally controlling the armors. Totally destroying Dynamic's main D.
Yeah, a couple of those flag grabs happening like within, you know, less than a minute of one another, and it just goes to show that they take their momentum and they carry it with them. And 6-0 is no slouch score by any means. My biggest question is how much will the next map, CTF 10, make and as a difference in this matchup? Is it going to be closer? Are we going to see Dynamic absolutely impale Fnatic on that map? I don't know. But the last 23 seconds will be garbage time as we set ourselves up here for the second match, which will be CTF10. Looks like Lincoln has the opportunity for maybe one more grab, but no, he's going to get taken out on the upper right level, and that will probably finish it 6-0. And what are you thinking right now if you're Dynamic?
I mean, I'm thinking, they're probably not happy, but it was probably semi-expected. It is Fnatic's map choice. It's not like this was their map choice. They went into it hoping for a win, they, really confident, and then losing, and then having to go into Fnatic's map choice second. So I don't think it's that big of a deal to them. They probably realized after it was like 4-0, 7 minutes in, that they weren't really going to come back and win this. So I think it'll be much. They're probably already focused on 10 halfway through that match, knowing they were going to lose, that they had to pick it up for this next map. So I expect a much closer score.
And there is a Fnatic team right there as they definitely perform very well. We're going to be moving on over to CTF10 as the vote was just passed, and that is Courtyard Conundrum. And I actually originally played this in CPM CTF, which was even more rabid than just vanilla or Quake Live CTF because of the movement in that game. But I do actually enjoy this particular map. Now, there have been some changes, obviously.
Yes.
What do you think? You want to talk about some of these changes? Mega right there being one of them.
Mega has been moved from off the top platform to that little ledge. I don't know if you can't do a walkthrough, but
yeah, we could do that. We'll go out right here. So let me go to where Mega is now. Does the teleporter still exit you right here?
Yes.
Okay. Not on Mega. There,
No,
I just heard
Mega.
it right there. Okay.
So
And we have haste. So what do we got here? So let's start here at the flag stand. Of course, every time they grab the flag, I'm going to be it. So here is the flag stand right here. You're like, wow, that's really out in the open, and that's what makes it so hard. It's out in the open, so it's very, very hard. Back behind the flag, you've got a couple of shard rows that spawn back here. You've got, of course, jump pad here and jump pad here to take you up to the upper levels. Back here, you've got a sunken red armor that spawns right there. And then, of course, this teleporter will take you out directly to the Mega. Underneath that, there's 2 exits from lower. You've got one down here where we do have haste spawn.
The main power-up, and each team gets haste, so there are 2 power-ups at a time.
And then you've got a rail and yellow armor out here, and that will take you to this main courtyard area that not only has this lower level, but also has this upper level. So you can go from upper to upper, lower, from base to base. And this is also a symmetrical map. So while it does have a lot more vertical, I hate to say vengeance, but while it has a little bit more vertical vengeance than the other map, it is a pretty simple map at the end of the day.
To note that region and haste are cyclic, so they go one after another. There will be region and haste both on the map. Not usually sure which one spawns when, and there are 2, so each team gets 1. So instead of just one main power-up in the middle and the center for both teams to fight for, each team gets their own power-up that they have to time. And it is possible for the enemy team to time your own power-up. So yeah, so one team or one player even can get like 40 seconds of haste and then, go through the entire map. So you never want to let the enemy team time your power-up, because then you are in a lot of trouble.
In a lot of trouble. I think that's a good point to point out. Like, it's not the easiest thing to do, but when you're dominating a team, it's certainly possible, and you could throw off a lot of their timing. Now, don't forget back here, you've got this kind of worthless room. It's really high ceilings, and there's a LG in there.
I guess you could hide up on top there. Is there like a ledge? Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
of
you
course.
could.
Well, I guess you could, but like, where's the first place everyone's going to look for the flag? Right there. So it looks like Deuce, maybe, I don't know. We've got 5 players, though, for Fnatic, so I wonder if Fox is going to be coming in for this one. We're going to have to wait and see.
Seems like Fox did just join.
Yeah, he did.
And Sturmy will be going spec.
Okay.
I'm going to assume probably Sturmy doesn't know the map as well as the others. And he won't be as needed since they have Sparty on, and it's not as rail heavy.
Yeah, and you know what?
CTF2.
Sturmy, he could have not known CTF2 and just stayed out there in that middle area and gotten the job done, you know?
Which he did. He got like 38 impressive total.
He did. So we're just waiting to get started right here. We do have that switch. I'm guessing Fox is going to at least want to warm a little bit, but Fnatic could seal the deal by beating Team Dynamic on their map right there. I'm not sure, EG, with a nod of your head, were you surprised with the outcome of that? No, not, all right.
No, not at all.
Not surprised.
I think this will be much closer though. I think, you know, Dynamic has a chance of winning this map. Probably a good chance depending on how things go, how each team times their own power-ups and makes sure that the enemy doesn't get their own.
Also, this map definitely susceptible to a stalemate situation where both flags can be carried by both teams. Doesn't happen super often, but for some reason, I think it happens more times than not on maps like this. There's a few other maps where it can really be susceptible, but if you do find yourself in a stalemate, this is like your sanctuary right here. As a flag carrier with the enemy flag, you sit back here, you have that red armor, you have that teleporter that's like a quick exit, and then you can put a defender right here, and he's gonna be able to tell you like, yo, you got 2 coming in, or I just took out 2, or I'm low. So if you do are in a stalemate flag situation, this is definitely the flag carrier sanctuary right here. And then again, if it starts to get too heated in there, then they can go out. We weren't even on game at that point, but that's okay. This room is what I was talking about. Back here with the sunken red armor. It spawns right there. Flag carrier want to sit over on the side. And here we go. We're getting ready with map number 2. It's Fnatic versus Team Dynamic. Fnatic won the first map, CTF2, and it was, what, 6-0?
6-0.
So they're looking to absolutely tear it up right here as we get started. I'm on Waz right away. He's going to meet up with Lincoln. It's flag carrier versus flag carrier, and Lincoln won that one. But you're going to find it's very difficult to make it into the flag room here on Conundrum.
Yes, and we'll see what each team is going to do. Power-ups should be spawning soon. All items have been taken, RA, YA, and Mega. See where each of the power-ups go to each team. Looks like Deuce is waiting near his power-up and will be taken. So we have one haste. We have haste for Fnatic, and we have Regen for Dynamic. Lincoln with the haste and picking up RA for Fnatic. And we have Perfuse with Regen and Mega.
So that's a great combination right there. It's going to be interesting to see if Lincoln can do anything here. Rage is in. Oh, and he's going to give up that haste right there. Deuce is also going to go down. Maybe a little bit too fast on that one. Not sure if he should have just barreled in the way that he did, but he did. And, you know, it's a risky move that you take. If you get out of there with haste, typically you're going to be in a good position right here.
And
so
Dynamic with a big push into Fnatic's base now. That Regen did get taken down. He did do some damage, but not a whole lot. We do see Lincoln continuing to attack Fnatic's base, and Waz trying to hit Deuce at the power-up area.
So Sparty's still working the defense over here on the blue side into the sunken red armor room, of course. You see that he is still stacked and still taking all those power-ups that he can in order to prevent not only the enemy team from getting on, but also so that he can remain stacked. And we do have about 45 seconds till the next power-up here. And you said, ooh, did you see something?
Yeah, Fleischer hit a nice rail on the Lincoln. He was just about to get flagged, and Fleischer was going for RA. So that is one crucial aspect on this map where a team will usually attack right near the time that the enemy main D has to go get RA. But when the enemy main D has to go get RA, he's away for about 3 to 4 seconds and cannot get the flag at all. So that is a good opportunity for FC to grab the flag and go out higher.
Deuce takes out All Mental here in the lower rail YA area. All Mental comes back and takes him out, protects his base from Deuce once again. Fox is going to peek from the power-up room, and there they go. Who's going to take the power-ups? We've got Lincoln once again. It looks like double haste, or no?
Yeah, double haste. Fleischer has one, and Lincoln has the other one.
So we're going to see Lincoln make his way in. He sees Waz, his nice rocket jump, double rocket jump up, and they think maybe he went upper, but no, they caught him, and very nicely done there by Team Dynamic. I thought maybe that failed rocket jump was actually going to be to his advantage. I think he was trying to get to the top level. Instead went downstairs, and they were waiting for him right there.
Fleischer will attack with both hastes now. He is stacked by being main D, does take down Lincoln, has Sparty stuck in LG room. He isn't able to keep him in. He's going to try to attack Sparty instead of getting the flag. And it looks like he will kill Sparty. They're going to get Fox. They are going to take this flag out.
Oh, and we've got Lincoln with the flag too, but he will go down. So we're up. Both flags are down. It looks like Team Dynamic was not able to get out of there with the flag, Slasher, and this has been a pretty back and forth battle here.
I mean, that was a very good opportunity for Dynamic to get that flag. Fleischer had both hastes, came in, stacked his main D, took down 2 of the enemy base, took that flag, was almost able to get out, but just missed his opportunity. So still a 0-0 score. As you see, those power-ups are very important. They have played a very important role in both attacks now. You can see on the screen that both will spawn in about 35 seconds. So we will see what kind of combination of region and haste we get.
All right, well, right now Deuce is inside the red base, although in the danger zone, and he does go down. It looks like we have another member, Lincoln, making his way in there. And I do have to say, Fnatic looks like they're getting a lot more quality time inside the red base than we're seeing Dynamic inside Fnatic's base. Right now, if 7-5 tries to take 2 out there, as we've got 2 guys coming in, Lincoln does get a piece of that flag, but then is instantly taken down, and that will be it. But would you agree Fnatic's definitely seen more base and flag time than their opponents?
Yes, they definitely have. And Lincoln, again, gets that haste, and it looks like Fleischer has that region. So Fnatic with 3 straight haste spawns, and Dynamic with 2 regions and 1 haste. It seems like Fleischer will go in for an attack onto Fnatic. He does get hit from behind by Deuce. He will have a 2-on-1 now. He isn't going to kill either. And on the other end, it looks like Lincoln has region and haste and decided to stay D with it instead of going offense. That was probably a good decision by Lincoln. Fleischer had a very good stack there, might have been able to get that flag and get out, but Lincoln decided to stay in. Deuce trying to RJ over the middle platform area. Wasn't able to. So some nice D by both teams here. Even as Fleischer left the base, Dynamic picked up the slack and played main D.
Lincoln making his way up top once again. Waz on the top level. He gets taken out with a nice LG stream. All Mental is actually going to do some serious damage here with the help of Fleischer as well, as they stop yet another double team by Fnatic here inside this base. And I've got to think that if Fnatic can just keep that pressure and momentum going, eventually Team Dynamic is going to break down. They've done a great job defending so far, but it seems like Fnatic is getting further and further in, with each successful push here on the red base of Team Dynamic. So there we see Lincoln go down once again, and Fleischer doing a great job there on Dynamic D.
Yeah, but Lincoln was able to hit a rocket shot and derail there, so it does knock his armor and his health down. It's going to cause Fleischer to stand further near the RA and go to this RA area more so and sooner than he would have liked to, because the more times he's at RA, the less times he has at the flag. And as you can see there, Deuce barely not able to get up there. That was because Fleischer went to RA, but a nice rail hitting him right as he comes up. And we have power-up spawning right now, so we get to see what each team gets. Lincoln finally gets the region, and Fleischer will get the haste. So a little bit of a role reversal in the past few power-ups.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll try to see if we can find it. There's Lincoln with that regen. He's got no armor, but he is going to abuse that health regen right there. Pulls out his LG. He's going to grab the flag. 65 points of health. Going to get machine gun from the side. There's a 50. He grabs it.
50.
Waz gets taken out. No red armor there. Waz spawns in the red armor room. And this is an interesting situation because Lincoln could choose. Well, he just chose to go for it. Not sure if that was the right thing. Mega's right there, but he doesn't care. They're still going to go on to keep up with this flag, and finally, it is returned. Was there? I think
Why did he go for the Mega? Deuce had him. He was protecting him from that area.
I don't know.
He could have gone through Mega and then gone through the power-up area in Plasma.
The only thing I could speculate is that his FOV is like 60, and he didn't see it. I would have gone for it. it's like a money bag just sitting open. Like, why wouldn't you?
But now Deuce gets the flag, and he's able to go straight out of the room without anybody touching him. And he gets the first flag cap for Fnatic. And now Lincoln also has the flag, going for a consecutive cap, but is fragged down. So that was some nice play by Deuce, as everyone was distracted before. No, Lincoln still has
Yeah, he still had it.
Now gets taken down. So that could have been really bad for Dynamic.
If they would have gotten double cap like that, absolutely. I'm actually surprised they were able to get that first cap, but that's what I was talking about. You know, you keep on hacking away at it. You keep on being persistent with your strategies and making your way into the base. Eventually, you will crack that egg, and that is exactly what happened there with Team Fnatic. They just kept at it, and they were persistent, and it paid off. So flags picked up, but then instantly dropped. We see Perfuse up on the top level. He's going to meet up, actually just past Deuce right there, I believe. But over on the other side, Fnatic continuing to lock it down. Power-up's about to come again.
And Lincoln gets region while Waz gets his region. So double region now. Looks like Elemental taking the flag, but gets fragged down. Waz waiting for RA to make a push. And we have Lincoln going up top with Deuce, attacking enemy base. Don't see anybody yet. Fleischer will be at the main area, as well as Waz with his own region. There's going to be a region-on-region fight at the RA area. Lincoln goes through that teleport, takes down Perfuse, heads a rail on Elemental, LG's down Waz, and finally gets taken down. Lincoln with a lot of frags there in that main D.
I think that was actually a nice bait by Fnatic. I think that they intentionally sent Lincoln into that red armor room to try to cause a distraction. Unfortunately, the other aspect of that particular play, which was Deuce, was not able to make it to the flag, but had both players' enemies actually gone and taken their attention away, that could have been another successful flag grab for Fnatic. There was another one right there and a return as TD, Team Dynamic, continues to at least play a decent D. They only had that one hole in their defense, but that's all you need. One tiny hole that you can squeeze through, and then you're good to go.
I mean, it does seem like Fnatic's offense is more robust right now. They have got a few more opportunities than Dynamic. Dynamics had maybe one real legit opportunity of getting out of base, while Fnatic has had 2 or 3, including their capture. So, you know, Fnatic's offense is more cohesive right now. It is still going to be very important to get these power-ups. So there still is 10 minutes left to go. It's 1-0. It is anybody's game, but Dynamic is going to have to try to do something different here.
Well,
to get by
I mean, Fnatic is doing something different here. They've got Fox attacking red base from the top. Not sure if he just extended himself from like a middle position, or they've got a rotating, you know, offense runner. But Fox seems to be getting much more aggressive, and we got power-ups up. Looks like we're going to have haste on both sides. Fleischer with 1, and I'm not sure, Lincoln getting it over on the other side, so he just grabbed himself RA and will beeline his way over to the red base, sees one on the middle area up top, will choose to switch routes, and he gets railed in the meantime, but both power-ups about to expire now, and does haste really not coming into play this round.
Well, it looks like Fleischer going for a huge push, 190 health, 140 armor, and Fnatic playing very smart, plays 3D. And, you know, Fleischer was so stacked and had haste, but had no offense with him. If he had at least one other player, you know, they might be able to distract, you know, help some LG and some rocket splash. But there's nothing that, you know, he could really do going against 1-on-3, no matter what kind of a stack he has.
Lincoln and Deuce trying yet another double team on the top into the red base. That one did not work, but I see these guys working in a very, very nice, cohesive unit together. Oh, Mega Health is denied there by Team Fnatic as Fleischer absolutely owns that guy, jumping over to the other side. And we are going to have power-ups in 50 seconds, so they're gear up, they get their health and armor. Fleischer running D, doing a great job as normal. Deuce is about to make his way in, grabs the yellow armor and a rail, and he will top. He catches off Elemental off guard, but it wasn't enough. He was on his game and was able to get that kill. 1-0, still in favor of Fnatic with 7 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, both Ds are still pretty solid. I think Fnatic, you know, their Deuce and Lincoln combination has been working really well. I mean, Dynamic hasn't really been able to mount a solid attack together. It's always Waz going in by himself, or Almento going in by himself. I would like to see them attack together with the power-up, which is going to spawn in 5 seconds. So another power-up going to both teams. Looks like Deuce will claim the region, while Fleischer will claim the haste. Fleischer going directly to RA, going to wait for this RA, and then going to attack again. Huge stack again, 130-200. He does need 200-200, so he has a very big chance here. He does need help with this attack from his team. It looks like he will have Perfuse directly behind him. Fleischer with the flag automatically attack in 3 directions. Perfuse coming in, tries the rocket jump out, can't rocket jump out. The flag and the haste is stuck along the wall. No one can get it because it's stuck. So Waz finally gets it, but gets railed out of the air. Oh, it's unlucky for Dynamic as it gets stuck.
I mean, I don't know what sort of special bird call Fnatic has going on, but as soon as that flag was grabbed, all of a sudden, like, 5 Fnatic members just came out. And I mean, I know there's only 4 players on the map, but all of a sudden I just saw blue everywhere. It's like, dude, where did all these people come from? Very, very nice D by Fnatic right there, holding on to that 1-0 score. 6 minutes and 16 seconds now on the clock. Not a whole lot of time. However, I've seen some nice moves here in the past 2 minutes by Team Dynamic that has told me that, yes, they are very capable of making it in there. That whole flag getting stuck on the side, that's just, like, unfortunate. But they were really close to getting out there.
Hey, that was their best attack so far of this match right there. I mean,
sure.
if the flag didn't get stuck there, they probably had a good chance of getting out of base. I mean, Fleischer's rocket jump, like, it hits the side, and he wasn't able to get on top. So that was unfortunate. There will be another power-up in 20 seconds. I expect Fleischer to get it again, probably go to RA and get Mega, get stacked again, and then have to do the same exact thing as they did before. I don't know if Fnatic will play defensive, or maybe they'll actually send their power-up on offense this time. It will be spawning in 5 seconds. Waz is distracting Sparty up on top of their base, and that power-up will spawn, and Lincoln does get
red power-up has not been picked up yet. There we go. So we've got off time, and I thought maybe that that Fnatic was going to get both power-ups right there, but Waz did come in to save the day. He got regen, while I believe Fnatic got themselves haste, and there it is, Lincoln with the haste. Let's watch his attack.
Yeah, so Lincoln will have haste. He does pick up RA. He probably will have about 4 seconds of attack here. Not going to get a whole lot done, but might get to the flag just in time. And on the other side, we'll see Lincoln picks up the flag. On the other side, we have Waz with the flag coming high. Back to his base. He's going to meet Lincoln in the base. He doesn't have much LG left. He frags him down.
Nice.
And Dynamic, unless he... Wait, Fox comes into the base. And Fox has 9 health in the base. And they do tie it up 1-1.
Oh my God, nicely done. Very, very nicely done. And that's what we were talking about. Once they got that coordination slasher, they definitely were able to turn it up a little bit. And with 4 minutes and 13 seconds, both teams are now thinking to themselves, we've got 2 power-up opportunities left in this map. Those 2 power-up opportunities are going to be crucial to us gaining victory. Now, even more important for Team Dynamic, because they are down a map to Fnatic, who won CTF2. So this is a very, very high-pressure 3 minutes and 50 seconds, because as we mentioned, the overtime is going to be very interesting. And I think I'd have to give the overtime advantage to Fnatic on this one, just because
of aim.
Because of aim.
I mean, they have such a good fragging ability that once you start fragging people, frags do mean more in overtime than they do in the normal game. So if I was Dynamic wants to end this now. They want another cap now, so they don't have to go into overtime. But the pressure is on them, as well as being 1 map down, to get that cap. No, 5 seconds to go to the next power up. Going to spawn for each. And it looks like region has been taken by Fnatic already, and we have Dynamic Waz with the haste and RA and Mega. So we might see an attack here from Waz onto the base. Gonna go low, gonna go into the plasma area. Oh, and Perfuse has taken the other haste.
Oh, Waz went down, unfortunately.
Waz went down, and Smarty has his haste. So I thought Perfuse and Waz were going to attack together with double haste, but it seems like Waz went into the base without Perfuse. If he waited a few more seconds, they might have been able to have a better attack there, but there will only be one more power-up to go before overtime hits.
And it's going to have to be either a sneaky little trick, or it's going to have to be power-ups, or we will see overtime here in the second map of this matchup. Team Dynamic versus Fnatic, happening right here live from QuakeCon 2009. Some great, I'm so happy to open up with some very exciting CTF matchups. You know, CTF2 wasn't the most thrilling map, but this map has been absolutely phenomenal. We're tied now 1-1, 2-minute warning about to sound, and we could go into overtime.
Yeah, we could go into overtime. Sparty getting attacked by Almento now. Sparty only with 26 health. Almento is in his RA room. So Sparty is going to have to attack this RA. He does pick up the RA. Perfectly timed.
So a lot of pushes happening right here. Deuce just grabbed, oh no he didn't. Going for that TD Mega Health. He is denied by Almental. Almental gonna try to get this frag here in the corner. We got 16 seconds on one side till a power up, 10 seconds on the other side. So this will be the last power up push before we go into overtime, as we've got Almental dropping back, sees that Fox is there, running some D.
Sparty does pick up haste.
Interesting.
And Lincoln picks up their region, so Fnatic has both power up. First time in the game that Fnatic has taken.
Is Lincoln having to go back and play D? I don't know. They are. Sparty is left D to go on the offensive right here with haste.
So Sparty goes on offense with haste, and Lincoln stays D. Sparty will get killed here. So Sparty gets fragged, and that region will run out for Lincoln. So I'm not sure if maybe they wanted to send Lincoln on offense.
Lincoln has a flag grab, and he's in it. It's completely unanswered right now. 36 seconds remaining. Rocket jumps up to the top. He's going to have a free run all the way. Oh my God. Oh my God. In the final minute, completely untouched. It was almost like he went into ghost mode and no one saw him at all. I didn't really have a beat on what was going on with TD's defense, but Lincoln went for it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is going to be Fnatic's game in the bag right now, and TD has to be upset about that one. Yeah. I wish I knew where the breakdown occurred right there.
They took down Sparty. They probably thought that there wasn't going to be another attack by power up. They probably let it go for a few seconds. That's all the time that Lincoln needed to get the flag, to get out, in about 4 seconds and bring it home untouched. And
amazing.
Fnatic will take that 2-1.
I was convinced we were going into overtime right there.
I thought so too.
And just seeing Lincoln run away like it was a speed map or something, and there was no enemies on the map. That was a pretty intense. That is CTF, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have more Quake Live CTF coming at you. TD will be dropped down to the losers bracket as Fnatic proves that, hey, we might be a bunch of duelers, but we got some skills there when it involves flags and running back and forth and a lot of power-ups and quick kills. So very, very nice games by both teams. Dynamic definitely showed and played a great one. So we will get a sort of a bead on what our next matches are going to be. It's still pretty early. A lot of light to burn still.
Yes, it is still pretty early. I'm actually going to check the CTF brackets right now before we take a break, if we can do that.
All right.
Dahang and Rafa will be playing soon, so we will have them on the stream very shortly. And I am going to check the CTF brackets now to see how teams are stacking up.
And we will have some more CTF action coming at you.
Yes.
Again,